The US and the UK hit 18 Houthi targets in Yemen on Saturday, in response to a recent surge in attacks by the Iran-backed militants on ships in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. The bombings focused on military targets in 8 locations in Houthi-controlled areas in Yemen, the U.S. Defense Department said in a statement. The targets included Houthi underground weapons storage facilities, missile storage facilities, drones and air defense systems, according to the statement. UK Defense Secretary Grant Shapps said the airstrikes were intended to further degrade Houthi drones and launchers used to mount their dangerous attacks. Earlier this week, the spokesperson for the Houthis said the militants shot down a U.S. drone and damaged a Belize-flagged British cargo ship in their latest assaults against commercial vessels. The ship suffered catastrophic damage and came to a complete halt, Houthi spokesperson Yahya Sarr said on social media. As a result of the extensive damage the ship suffered, it is now at risk of potential sinking in the Gulf of Aden. Since November, the Houthi rebels have launched more than 30 attacks on commercial and naval vessels in the Red Sea in protest against Israel's war on Gaza. In retaliation, UK and US military have been carrying out targeted air and missile strikes against the Iran-backed militants. In a statement on Saturday, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said, "We will continue to make clear to the Houthis that they will bear the consequences if they do not stop their illegal attacks which harm Middle Eastern economies, cause environmental damage, and disrupt the delivery of humanitarian aid to Yemen and other countries." Iran's foreign ministry in a statement accused the U.S. and the UK of seeking to escalate tensions and crises in the region. Second news: Israeli delegation expected in Qatar for more Gaza talks. Framework of the agreement includes a 6-week pause in fighting that could see an exchange of captives and increase in aid. Pressure has been building on Israel's Netanyahu to strike a deal to secure the release of the captives. Dylan Martinez or Reuters. Published on 25 February 202,425 February 2024. An Israeli delegation is soon expected in Qatar to continue talks on securing a pause in the war on Gaza that could see captives released. The talks began last week in Paris and were attended by the chiefs of Israel's spy agency Mossad and domestic security service Shin Bet, along with mediators from the United States, Qatar, and Egypt. The Israeli delegation returned from the French capital, with Israeli National Security Advisor Saki Hanegbi saying during a televised interview late on Saturday that there is probably room to move towards an agreement. According to Israeli media, negotiators had a meeting with the Israeli cabinet, which agreed to send a delegation to Qatar in the coming days to continue negotiations. Marks, reporting from occupied East Jerusalem.